54. So would you be having any association with the same individual?
Not at all.
Not at all. Finally, on that issue, Madam Governor, what are your sentiments towards the family of the late sniper? Because it has been argued that you have not made any utterances or directed your feelings towards the family. What would you say? And have you even done that previously?
I did it previously, and I also repeat them. I'm sorry about the family. And in fact, I'm the one that got out of my way to ask justice for the same family. This is a young family that maybe is not all that much able. And the reason as to why I went to media to give my stand is that I saw a lot of kind of mishandling the same family, stealing from the same family, doing it for politics and not to assist the same family.
Your utterances in that press statement, were they directed at the family or to whom were they directed?
My utterances were directed to the general public of Meru.
Thank you. Let us go to the last count of abuse of office. And you have been accused of employing a bloated workforce. Did you stand before the Senate last year and answer to the same charges?
Yes, I was here for the same charges.
Were you found guilty of those charges?
Not guilty.
A list was produced here of the names that you have purportedly employed. Was it the same list that was produced last year, purporting that you had a bloated workforce?
It was the same list that was brought here.
Thank you. You have also been, let me go back to the issue of paying Kiambi Christas Manyara. You have been accused of not taking any disciplinary action against the said individual despite him facing criminal charges. Do you have powers to take disciplinary action against an individual who has been accused of any criminal offense as a governor?
I don't believe I have any powers to do that.
Who should take disciplinary action in your understanding? Who should take disciplinary action in your understanding?
I think the County Public Service Board.
To the best of your knowledge, has that issue been brought to the attention of the County Public Service Board for their attention?
The issue has not been brought to the County Public Service Board, and if there is any, maybe they could have informed me.
Thank you. We also watched clips by the move of the motion touching on two main issues. One is the issue of the death of certain cows within your county, where 20 cows had died because of an outbreak of a skin disease. Are you aware of that issue, and what have you done in respect to that issue? Do you have any data of any form?
I saw the issue on this screen that is yesterday. For the veterinary services that you offer in Meru County, for the last 2 financial years, we have vaccinated over 200,000 against various diseases. So that one, I only saw the clip, but I did not see any dead cow or any even people supporting the same.
You were also accused of poor service delivery, where even mothers within your county, specifically within Kegocho Hospital, are giving birth by the roadside. Are you aware of that incident, and what have you done about it?
I also saw the incident yesterday, and Kegocho is not a level 4 or level 3 facility. It is just a dispensary. We are putting up a maternity facility, and there is no facility that is supposed, maybe the woman that went to that place, because I saw yesterday, was also assisted by the in charge of that facility, but it has no maternity wing.
Thank you. Madam Governor, I have less than 10 minutes. You have brought several witnesses to testify in support of your case. One of those witnesses is Mheshimiwa Evans Mawira. It has been alleged by the County Assembly that you have procured this witness by way of buying his loyalty. What would you say about that specific allegation?
The allegation is wrong because I don't see if I am able to buy any MCA. Immediately after the third impeachment, I called Mawira as the majority leader by then, just to bring us together and also bring other MCAs as their leader. And from that time, he has faced a lot of challenges, as he said, because of joining this other camp and also refusing to fight the government.
This is your third impeachment motion, Madam Governor. At the point when you first brought at the Senate, how many MCAs did you have in your team that would support anything that the county government executive would do? How many MCAs did you have?
Having been elected as an independent candidate, the first time when the impeachment motion was brought here, I had only one MCA out of 69 MCAs. And then I did a lot of effort to bring them together. The second impeachment, I had 10 of them. That is from 1 to 10. And after the second impeachment, I went ahead, tried to look and see how we can work with them together. And I can proudly say that up to now, I have 23 MCAs on my side.
The 23 MCAs are out of what membership of the County Assembly?
Out of 69.
Out of 69. What other efforts have you made to bring about unity and reconciliation in the Meru County?
From the first impeachment, the issues were about the first gentleman of Meru. We discussed as a family and agreed that you will never participate in any county meeting or even in anything apart from just accompanying me to the church, just to make sure that the MCAs are comfortable with me. The issue of first gentleman appeared in this Senate, and therefore we sat as a family, and that was over for him attending any meetings that pertains to the county. Again, I thought it was the issue of money because it was raised in this Senate. The first financial year, that is 2022-2023, we allocated 10 million per every ward. That is the equalization or ward fund. They call it ward fund. They said it wasn't enough. I went ahead, increased it by 5 million, up to 15 million. They said again the money wasn't enough. They wanted more money. This financial year, we've given every ward that 3 million to see if at all there will be peace in Meru. Those two steps I took as early when I realized that there are issues with the MCAs. There's also an issue that I should have stopped my programs that I do with the church. That is the Okolea program, whereby we go as a church, donate cows, donate blankets, donate mattresses to the poor. Again, the MCAs and the leadership was not happy with the program. They said I should rest the program and I should not continue doing anything to do with the charity work in Meru. For the sake of unity and bringing people together, I stopped my charity work that I've been doing for the last 15 years. I've taken a lot of steps to see that we work together, even by writing to the devolution committee of this Senate to come to Meru and at least see what is the problem. I wrote twice to this, to the devolution committee, and to my surprise, I'm still waiting to see if they will come and see the issues that are ailing Meru. Immediately after that impeachment, I went around across Meru County saying sorry if I had wronged anyone. In fact, at one point, I said sorry 70 times. Each sorry for every MCA, and another sorry for the speaker. 70 times if I had wronged anybody. I asked for forgiveness. so that the county will take progress. I want to thank this Honorable House from the advice that they gave me to go and try and sit with every leader. I started with Njorin Cheke. I went to them and they asked for a sitting. We sat, we talked, and then we amended everything what was not going well. I sat with the MPs. I sat with every leader who is in Meru. The only person who did not avail himself for a sitting to see that Meru moves forward is the Honorable Senator of this House. The rest, we've talked, we've sat, and we have no issues at all.
Yet, Madam Governor, you're here yet again, even after all those efforts. Clearly, the senators might be inclined to think that you have a problem, and the people of Meru and across the country imagine that you are the one with a problem. Where is the problem then? Why are you here?
Maybe I'm here because of various reasons. One is the threats and intimidation to the honorable MCAs, as the witness who has just left the stand said. Number two is about the external forces from the leaders at the county level. We have a lot of leaders from county level. You've seen them in the clips. And maybe you'll play another clip that one of them is saying, the senator, but I need protection for this because I might land myself in problem.
You can make the application directly to the speaker for that line.
Honorable Governor, you shall not be victimized for whatever you say, as long as it's truthful and in line with the oath that you've just taken.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker and the Honorable Senators. Because I'm here, let me say the truth. The issue of MCAs in Meru, one of the person or leader who is trying to fuel and also to bring disharmony in Meru is no one else but the Deputy Speaker of this House. Several times I've tried to reach him. He doesn't avail himself so that I can at least say sorry to him. I tried to reach the devolution committee of this House to come to Meru, but he said through his people that at no time the devolution committee will come to Meru until he gives a green light for the same. This Honorable Senator, Deputy Speaker of this House, is had in many meetings, like the one we've just seen the clip here. The MCAs are planning on how to impeach the governor immediately after we left here, and then they ask for comments from the Honorable Deputy Speaker of this House. He stands, and the video has been played here, and say, we as circumcised men, we will make sure that we assist you, honorable members, in whatever way. We will assist you, and the assistance that he gives to the MCAs is to make sure that they impeach me as many times as possible. In fact, he promises them immediately after they leave River Kadita to this end, he will take care of this house. I don't know how he will take care of this house, but honorable senators, the deputy, my senator, whom I give a lot of respect, has greatly interfered with the running of the county government of Meru.
Are you saying that your senator, who also happens to be my senator, is behind your problems in Meru?
I think we can play the clip.
Kindly let's play that clip.
I think it's a yes or no. We don't need to go
yes.
back to the clip.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. So, Madam Governor, do you think that devolution works in Meru with you as the governor, or the only problem, or not, rather the only solution is for you to vacate your seat and give it to someone else so that we can have peace in Meru? Do you think that there is a working relationship with, especially the County Assembly of Meru, because that is where your focus should be? Do you think there is that working relationship?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. The working relationship or the working progress in Meru with the MCAs, I've just said that I started with 1 MCA, then to 9 MCAs, and up to now I have 23 MCAs.
Conclude, Council for Governor. Your time is up.
Thank you. Actually, that was my last question,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Speaker, sir. I thank you so very much. I yield the witness
Council
for
for
cross-examination.
County Assembly. You may now proceed for cross-examination.
Mr. Speaker, sir, with your kind permission, kindly I beg your indulgence to advise us as to extension of time. We had agreed previously that shall be equality of times, but I leave it to you as we progress. We will consider.
Just utilize your 20 minutes first.
Most obliged.
If at the end of the 20 minutes,
I am well
you're
guided.
not done, you know exactly what to do.
I am well guided,
Proceed.
Mr. Speaker, sir. Madam Governor, good evening.
Even to you.
The last time you were here, you indicated that you're a victim of misogyny. You remember?
Yes.
Do you still hold that preposition this afternoon?
Yes.
You still hold the position that you're a victim of the gender card?
Yes.
And that it's because of the gender card that you've always been brought before this assembly?
Yes.
Do you reckon that the move of the motion was a woman?
Yes.
Do you reckon that the motion was equally supported by the men and the women of MCAs of the Meru County?
Yes.
And you still hold the preposition that you're a victim of the gender, correct?
A victim.
Should female governors be held to account?
Yes, they should.
Should they be told when they are wrong?
Yes, they should.
Are they bound by the law?
Yes, they are bound.
Are they exempted by any clause that you know of?
No.
And therefore, Madam Governor, when we tell you that you illegally revoked the appointment of Virginia Kawira, and that you contravened Section 58, subsection 4, and Section 5, and Section 59A of the County Government Act. Yes?
No.
How is that victimization?
It was not a victim.
How is that victimization? How do we victimize you as a woman when we say you violated Section 58 and Section 59? How do we victimize you as a woman?
I did not
I'm
violate
asking,
any section.
listen to my question. How do we victimize you? I'm not asking whether you violated. I'm asking, how do we victimize you as a woman?
I did not violate.
I know you didn't violate. That's why you're putting a defense. But I'm asking, how do we victimize you? The question is, how have we victimized you?
I did not violate.
That
any
you have
law.
said. But the question is, how did we victimize you? Tukisema kwamba umevunja hii sheria na umesema hujavunja, tumekuonea vipi ati kwa sababu wewe ni governor wa mwanamke?
Na kwa sababu sijavunja any sheria, amjanionea.
Understanding my question?
Yes, I'm understanding.
The question is about victimization. How have we victimized you?
The council has tried to put it in English and Swahili, but it's not sinking well. I wish I could allow Meru, but that language is not allowed here. Now, let me try to assist the witness maybe to understand. If a governor breaches the law, and is held to account, if it happens that that governor is a woman, is she being victimized? Because
She's not.
Thank you.
Council, have I...
Thank you for the indulgence. I enjoy from the wisdom of having practiced many years of law. Thank you, Senior Counsel. And therefore, you sat through the evidence of one Linda Kiome.
Yes.
You heard that she distanced herself from that particular letter.
Yes.
And you are given leave by the Senate to bring or to produce the original letter, correct?
Yes.
Have you produced it before the Senate this afternoon?
We made the calls.
Have you produced it?
I have not.
Thank you. Who is in custody of that original letter?
I think the office of the legal advisor.
Think or you know, who is in custody of that letter?
Our secretary,
Your
and she
secretary.
says yes.
Is that secretary within your reach?
She's in Meru.
Is she within your reach?
She's within my reach.
Did you communicate to her that it was important to have that particular letter produced before the Senate?
I communicated to her, and she said that she had given the letter to the legal team that was preparing.
Oh, so the letter was still within the custody of the legal team.
So that they can have a copy.
Thank you. Have they produced it?
They have produced a copy.
Have they produced the original letter?
No, they have not.
Thank you. How can we tell, and how can you dispute the allegation of forgery? How can you distance yourself with the allegation of forgery in that particular letter?
There is no forgery in that
I'm
particular
asking,
letter.
how can you, in the absence of the original letter, how can you distance yourself? May I repeat the question?
Yes.
In the absence of the original letter, how can you distance yourself from that letter?
It has been asked a few hours ago, so, and because it's in Meru, we need to do some arrangement.
You cannot distance yourself from that letter in the absence of the original, correct? You cannot distance yourself from the allegation of forgery in the absence of an original letter.
I can distance myself.
When do you allege that the same was given? When do you allege that the advisory was given? Is it your testimony that was given on the 23rd February 2024?
Yes.
And when did you begin having problems with Linda?
Way back.
Yes, way back. When? Which specific dates?
I don't remember the date.
Do you remember issuing a notice of the intention to terminate her services?
No.
I remind you, Madam Governor, that on the 26th of March 2024, you issued a notice of intention to terminate the services, correct?
Yes.
And therefore, at that particular time, your relationship with Linda had already started going south, correct?
Not completely.
Not completely. Were there functions that you had indicated? Let's look at that letter. You indicate that the reason for the termination is due to her perennial unavailability to offer legal services or legal advice. Then you also say, when the governor raised this concern over the same issue in December, it's an independent letter annexed to the affidavit of Linda, which was filed yesterday.
Yeah, Linda's affidavit is an independent document. It's not contained in any of those volumes, but it was circulated. If you don't have a copy, kindly make available a copy to Honorable Oroba. Is there any other senator who doesn't have a copy of Linda's affidavit?
May we freeze the time?
Can you make available a copy to Senator Mogeni and Senator Oroba, please? Proceed.
You got it?
See it, Council.
That is the annexure indicated as Office of the Governor, a letter dated 26th of March 2024, which is the last page, indicating as notice of intention, indicated as notice of intention to terminate your services. Have you seen it, Madam Governor?
Yes.
Does that letter originate from your office?
From the Chief of Staff.
From the Office of the Governor, correct?
Yes.
And this is an officer who was working under you, correct?
Yes.
And the chief of staff works under your instructions, yes?
Yes.
And that she cannot execute any functions without you having indicated or given instruction, correct?
Yes.
And as such, this letter therefore originated pursuant to your instructions, yes?
Yes.
And therefore, you're indicating that you have a problem with Linda due to her perennial unavailability to offer advice, correct?
Very true.
So on this particular day, where was Linda when issuing this advisory?
I don't know.
You do not know.
Yes.
Did you instruct her to issue this advisory?
Who now?
You yourself, did you instruct her to issue this advisory?
Her or he?
Did you instruct Linda to issue the advisory dated the 23rd February?
I called legal advisor, that is leader, and also
So you instructed her, correct?
Governor, it's
I asked
either
for
yes
advisory
or
from
no.
them.
I'm asking a simple question. Did you,
Yes.
you instructed her?
Yes.
What was the mode of communication?
One-on-one,
One-on-one, on that particular day?
not that particular date.
Yes? When did you seek
Earlier.
when did you seek this advisory?
After maybe 3 days.
When did you seek the advisory?
I can't remember the date.
What had triggered you to seek this advisory? What had preceded the need to seek this advisory?
There was allegation that Virginia Kawira is holding 2 positions.
Are you the one who sent out this advisory? Are you the one who called for it?
I called leader and they asked for advisory.
Was the revocation of Linda done pursuant to the provisions of the law?
Yes.
Do you know what the law says in terms of the revocation of a member of a board?
Yes.
You understand that you cannot revoke an appointment of a member of a board without a resolution of the county assembly, correct?
It's not true.
Just show her the law. Show her the law. Read it out for her.
You are talking about leader or Virginia?
Virginia. I'm at Virginia. Would you read section 59A, 58?
58.
5?
The members of the board may only be removed from office, A, on grounds set out for the removal of members of a constitutional commission under Article 25(1) of the Constitution and by a vote of not less than 75%.
A vote of not less than 75%? We have 2 ways of removing person from an office, correct?
I revoked, not removed.
When you revoked, did she leave the office?
She went to court.
I'm asking, when you revoked, assuming that she did not go to court, was she to leave the office?
After revoking, she was not to leave to office.
Ulipo revoke hiyo barua yake, ulitarajia atarudi katika ofisi yake siku nyingine?
Nilitarajia atachagua kazi moja kati ya kazi 2 ambazo alikuwa anashikilia.
Kwa hivyo haukutarajia kwamba atarudi kwa ile ofisi yake siku nyingine. Kweli si kweli?
Nilimpatia achague anarudi kwa ofisi gani.
Nijibu swali langu, nimekuuliza vizuri sana. Ulitarajia kwamba atarudi kwa ile ofisi yake awe CEO wa board tena?
Yes.
Ulitarajia vipi na usha revoke?
Revoking is not dismissing.
I understand English. My question is whether you dismiss, whether you revoke, the ultimate result is that she is going to leave that office. She is going to be removed from that office, correct?
Angetoka kwa hiyo ofisi kama angeacha kazi ambayo alikuwa amenashikilia kwa miaka yote.
The revocation was done pursuant to which law? Which law did you invoke when revoking that appointment?
The law that makes me
Which
an
law
appointee
specifically? The
for the
laws in
same.
Kenya are known. We know all the laws. Which law specifically did you invoke? And perhaps show us from that purported advisory which law was invoked while purporting to revoke. Have a look at that advisory and lead us to the law from that particular lawyer who advised you that a revocation can ensue. Which law did he invoke or did she invoke?
The legal advisor that is leader, I knew the law that
Yes, I understand.
she used.
Which law did she invoke in her advisory? Can you see where she's saying, I am relying on the County Government Act?
No.
The last paragraph of that letter. Kindly show the Madam Governor.
This is letter, leader's affidavit.
Madam Governor, be patient, be shown where to read.
Proceed, Counsel. And Senator Roba, you don't shout. If you have not given you any permission to speak, you stay silent.
Can you see where it is? Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Can you see where it is written? In rendering this legal advice, I am relying on the County Government Act. Correct?
Yes.
Has she quoted any provision?
No.
Did you hear her saying that this is a mediocre advice? And therefore she distanced herself from this mediocrity?
She cannot distance herself from this.
I'm asking, did you hear her say?
Yes.
You heard her saying it's mediocre?
Yes.
Do you understand why it is mediocre? It's because she's not referenced on any law? I put it to you that the letter is referred to as mediocre because it's not referred to any law and it was done by an amateur.
I'm not a legal expert. That's why I sought legal advice.
Mr. Speaker, could we have video number 11 in the County Assembly videos played from second 12? And as we await for that video, it is your testimony that there is proper delivery of services in Meru County, correct?
Yes.
There is no hue and cry whatsoever nature, correct?
Maybe there is some part.
Yes? There is no hue and cry, correct? All services are flowing smoothly, according to you, correct?
Yes.
Including the health sector, correct?
Yes.
Kindly play at second 12. And you confirm that that facility has no maternity ward, correct?
We are putting it up, not yet finished.
Have a look. We are just interested with that writing on the wall. We don't even need an interpreter.
That's a new block.
It's okay. Wait. I've not put a question to you. Rudisha nyuma kidogo. Tafadhali. Can you see? Sorry.
Maternity
we are interested at where we have Keboshwa maternity ward. Kindly, Madam Governor, would you kindly read out?
That's a new block which is not even furnished.
Can you see where it is written Keboshwa maternity ward?
It was written 2 months ago. Yes, I can see.
It's okay.
Yes.
When was this? Who opened this facility?
It has not been opened yet because it has no furniture.
Is this facility functional?
It is functional as a dispensary.
As a dispensary?
Yes.
A dispensary that can take any emergency of whatsoever nature, correct?
No.
Yes?
Limited to services.
Limited to services?
Yes.
Let's have where, and perhaps you need an interpreter now, let's have where the women are saying that a woman delivered on the road. Let the video be played.
Bagetia machokio kuma kemandaitare nara kinyaba kwenda kunenkerwa mwana ora inala simekire kwerwa mwana keni nekesi bitare.
Mr. Speaker, sir, we need an interpreter.
Can you bring the interpreter in the house? What is your issue, Senator Gloria, as we wait for the interpreter to walk in? Keep it short.
Mr. Speaker, in the interest of this House, I hate to say this, but we have been taking time out of the other team to get the interpretation and for the purposes of the visually impaired. Mr. Speaker, I don't see why now when we are saying there's a visually impaired person in the interest of time, that they are getting favored to run clips without an interpreter, Mr. Speaker. I'm seeing as if there's a problem here, Mr. Speaker. So also, Mr. Speaker, they should stop badgering the witness because she should be allowed to answer the questions. She's not being allowed to answer the questions. And it's a common thing there.
Do we have the interpreter in the House? Senator Gloria, you've never registered yourself as a visually impaired senator. Proceed with the proceedings.
Kindly have the video played.
These are women from the village who are saying it is a big risk to the kid and to the mother. I came here early in the morning, that is 4 a.m., and I was going to pray, and I found women here.
I think we can stop at that. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. You've heard what those women are saying, correct? What are they saying?
She was going for prayers and met a woman who was crying along the road.
Yes, proceed. Let us play.
As I was going to church, even the church I didn't have to attend, I went looking for other women from the village. During delivery, the kids were all over, and we were chasing them so that they cannot join us in the process.
Thank you. Heard what the women are saying, that they are complaining that one of them is delivering from the along the roadside, correct?
Yes.
Did it surprise you or did it catch you by surprise?
I was surprised also.
You did not get to know about it, correct?
No, I saw it on yesterday.
Thank you. And you are the chief executive of the county government of Meru, correct?
Where we have...
You are the chief executive.
Yes.
Thank you. Let us play video number 1. 1A at minute 2:42.
Wale ambao wana
Yes.
Ningependa kusema hivi. Vincent Moreri ama Supu ambaye ni key suspect. Hajawahi andikwa kwangu.
Yes.
Mfanyikazi wangu. Hakuna siku amefanya kazi kwa gavana. Na si mfanyikazi wa county. Ni shabiki kama vile hao walio nyuma yangu ni shabiki.
Suppose that is you speaking, correct?
That's very true.
And what is the context? What is the context of your address? You are addressing about the death of Sniper, correct?
Yes.
And you are distancing yourself from that person called Supu, correct?
Yes.
And that he has never worked in your office, correct?
He has never worked in
Do you
my
still
office.
hold that preposition even this evening?
He has never worked in my office.
Thank you. Let us look at the evidence. Volume 2 of the County Assembly bundle of documents at page 430.
County Assembly.
Yes, County Assembly.
Your time is up. Council for the County Assembly, your time is up.
Yeah, that has caught us by surprise, Mr. Speaker, sir. And because this is a crucial witness, we seek your indulgence and your favor that you may grant us at least 20 more minutes so that I can also yield to my learned friends to just carry on with the rest of the...
Council for County Assembly. We have a deadline to beat. We have until midnight tonight to conclude this matter. We are not doing very well in terms of time management, and therefore I will give you 10 more minutes.
Most obliged. Let's have a look at that document. Page 430. Are you at page 430, Madam Governor? That is, we can begin at page 429. That is the information that the individuals were charged with, correct?
Yes.
Volume 2, Mr. Speaker, yes? And
Yes.
Vincent Mureithi Karemi, alias Supu, is one of the accused person, number 1, correct?
Yes, accused.
Is that the same Vincent at page 430? Is that the same Vincent Mureithi Karemi at 430?
Yes, yes.
And that is confirmed that it's a curriculum vitae for Mr. Mureithi, Vincent, correct?
Yes.
Let's move to page 431. Yes? Can you see where it is written Vita TV?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Do you know Vita TV?
I know by the TV
Where does it broadcast?
from Meru.
From Meru. Do you have any association with that particular TV?
No.
You don't have. I put it to you, and then look at where we have directors. Miriam, where we have the references. Can you see the references?
Miriam Gwantai.
One of the references, correct?
Yes.
Reference to Vincent, correct?
And the Father Kaberia.
And Father Kaberia. Do you know Miriam?
I know Miriam.
Who is Miriam?
A close relative.
Close relative. Relative to who?
Relative to the governor.
To the governor.
Yes.
Who is she referring?
From these documents, she's referring with Vincent.
Vincent.
Yes.
Yeah? Doesn't she work as your PA?
Yes, she works.
She works at as a PA, correct?
Yes.
Do you still maintain that you do not know Vincent and that Vincent does not work for you?
She doesn't work for me.
Let's go to, has she ever worked in the county government at any given time?
He has never worked to the county government of Meru.
Thank you. Let us go to page 443 of the same bundle of documents. That is a letter from the Public Service Board, correct? 443, Honorable Senators.
Yes.
And that the County Public Service Board is responsible of placement, correct?
Yes.
And that there is that letter is an internal memo, yes?
It's an internal memo.
Sent to the Meru County, from the Meru County Public Board to the Chief of Staff, correct?
Yes.
And that the Chief of Staff works under your office, correct?
Yes.
Can you see where you have serial number 1?
Yes, I can see.
Who is that?
The number 1 person.
Yes.
Vincent Mureithi.
Vincent Mureithi.
Yes.
Can you see where it is written designation?
Yes.
What is she?
Assistant Director.
Assistant Director?
Governor's Press.
Governor's Press.
Yes.
Do you still maintain your preposition?
Yes.
That she doesn't work for you?
It doesn't work for me.
As I yield to my next counsel, I put it to you that you are capable and you have been a pathological liar who has always craved and hidden under the card of gender. And that you have come before this assembly to lie, and that your witnesses have always been lying, and that they have lied today. Yes?
I will prove to you now.
Did you listen to the submissions or the response of the CEC for ICT?
No.
Did you listen to that evidence?
From who? From who?
Ibrahim
Ibrahim who?
Mutwiri.
Yes.
Did you hear him confirming that he is a man of proper standing
Yes.
and that there has not been proved otherwise?
It has not been proved.
Madam Governor, I yield to the next council, but you shall not keep on lying. We shall not allow you to evade accountability on account of misogyny. We shall not allow you to evade accountability on account of it wasn't me. I yield.
Honorable Speaker, my name is Kawira. I will take the few minutes that are remaining. Madam Governor, in your opening statement, you said that the County Assembly defense consists of lies, correct?
Yes.
And you said that it is pure lies, correct?
Yes.
We have shown you evidence that the purported legal advice from the purported legal advisor is a lie. We have caught you lying. We have shown you further evidence that the letters that were purportedly written by the notorious county secretary but never received by the office of the clerk, but which you purport in your evidence to have been received by the office of the clerk, are also outright forgeries. We have also shown you evidence, and contrary to what you say in that video, that you don't know Vincent Muredi, alias Supu, we've shown evidence that this person has actually worked under your office.
I know Supu, but he has never worked in my office.
Wait for the question, Madam Governor. Do you still maintain that despite all these evidence of lies and inconsistencies in your evidence, it is a county assembly that is lying?
There are no lies.
Okay. Madam Governor, there's a video, but for the benefit of time we won't play it. There's a video in your bundle of videos where you did a tour after the last impeachment proceedings. You went to Meru and you were addressing the rally from the rooftop, correct?
Yes.
Is that your best evidence of your reconciliation efforts? Is that your best available evidence?
Among the best available evidence.
Have you presented all the other evidences before this Senate?
Yes.
Where are they? Madam Governor, turn with me to page 394 of our volume 4, Honorable Speaker, volume 4. Page 394. And as you open it, open page 558 of the said volume, those two pages. Yes, show them to the Governor. And this is a recommendation, Madam Governor, I'll read and you will agree with me. On 15 and 16, this is a recommendation by the County Assembly that a sub-vote be established within the office of the Governor to provide a budget for the Deputy Governor, correct?
Yes.
And this recommendation was made to the County Treasury, correct?
Yes.
And the head of the County Treasury is Mr. Ibrahim, who testified in the morning in your favor, correct?
Yes.
At page 558, this is now the report on the Meru County Budget Appropriation Bill for number 2 of 2024. You will agree with me that the committee notes that the CCM Finance did not adhere to that resolution at number 16. That is page 558, Honorable Speaker. Correct?
Yes.
So, Madam Governor, if your evidence is that you are the foremost peacemaker, is that you have made all attempts at reconciliation, why would you allow your CEC to deny the office of the Deputy Governor a budget? If indeed you want to reconcile with the Deputy Governor and you want to reconcile with all other leaders.
The Deputy Governor doesn't have a vote, that is one. Number two, the amount allocated to the Governor is for both the Deputy Governor and the Governor.
You did not get my question. Why would you deny that office within your office still?
We've never denied that office budget.
I think, Honorable Speaker, I leave it to interpretation by the Honorable House. Honorable Speaker, I'll ask that video number 1B in our bundle of videos be played. And that is my last question. 1B of the County Assembly bundle of videos. Honorable Speaker, I'll seek your indulgence to get the interpreter, the translator. And this is my last question.
It's rendered in English. Proceed.
The video can be played.
Atongeria baba barathiũrũrũkaga na mwĩrĩ jwa sniper bari biacara ene na isiasa ene bari gatigati mbeca iria bothite monka nande inkorokia milioni 86 Tulenda mwakuro sniper akiro nyombe ngoroba. Tulenda mwakuro sniper
Council, your time is up.
Tulenda na
1 minute.
sniper.
We conclude.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Who is speaking that video, Madam Governor?
Myself.
Proceed,
Is the
Council.
posture,
Senator Gloria, you're out of order, and I'm giving you a caution.
Madam Governor, would you say in that video, the posture you have taken in that video, which is quite different from the posture you've taken in the witness stand, would you say you are sensitive to the plight of that family?
No.
You are not sensitive. You agree? Thank you. Thank you for that answer. What evidence have you placed before this Honorable House to prove or to show that indeed 86 million Kenya shillings was raised?
There's a video clip.
No, evidence of money, not a video clip. Evidence of money.
Evidence of money in the video clip.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for listening to me.
Council for Governor, you may re-examine. You have 5 minutes to do that.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I will be very brief with the Governor. Madam Governor, you have been taken through a series of questions about a number of issues. Is the murder of Sniper subject of this impeachment? Has there been any accusation in the notice of motion about your involvement to the murder?
No.
Secondly, you have been asked to, or rather you've been put to task about certain employees of the county government of Meru, one of them being Vincent Morethi. Again, in the impeachment motion, is the issue of the employment of Vincent Morethi featuring anywhere in the notice of motion? Is
Not
it an
featured
accusation
anywhere.
you're facing?
Not.
Does it have any relevance in these proceedings?
It doesn't have any relevance.
Do you confirm that there is a murder trial that is taking place as we speak in respect to the unfortunate murder?
Very active one.
Thank you. You have been told about a facility within Kigochwa ward. Kindly clarify what is the status of that ward. Is it an operational maternity wing or it's not an operational maternity wing?
It is not operational. We just finished construction the other day and yet to have the furniture so that it can start being operational.
Are you offering maternity facilities or rather maternity services at the facility?
We are not offering maternity facilities there.
Thank you. Again, back to the issue of the employees of the county. How many employees do you have at the Meru County government?
6,000, almost 6,000.
Almost 6,000.
Yes.
Are you in charge of all these employees?
No,
Specifically the issue of Vincent Morethi. Is he an employee of Meru County?
he is not an employee of Meru County.
Did he attempt to be an employee of Meru County?
He attempted and then the letter was revoked just after 1 week.
By the time you're making those comments, was he an employee of Meru County government?
He was not an employee.
He was not an employee. Thank you. Finally, you've been asked about the copy of the original of the legal advisory that was offered to you by one Linda Kiome. Given a chance, would you bring it to Senate? And why haven't you brought it to Senate as we speak?
Due to time, because it was just asked a few hours ago.
The issue of production was done when you're still in the Senate? Is that your evidence? Was that request made while you're still
Yes.
in Senate?
Yes.
How far is Meru from where we are currently?
5 hours drive.
5 hours drive. It would then require reasonable amount of time for that to be availed in time, isn't
Yes.
it? Thank you very much. Finally, have you made specific responses to all the allegations that have been brought against you in this house?
Yes.
Have you supplied enough evidence to controvert every allegation against you?
Yes.
Have you brought witnesses before Senate who have talked on various issues?
Yes.
Do you stand by the evidences that they have adduced in court, in this
Yes.
Senate?
Yes.
Thank you. That is all for this witness, Mr. Speaker, sir, and I wish to close the governor's case at this juncture.
Thank you. Now we shall move to allow honorable senators to seek clarifications or ask questions. Now, as the honorable senators are doing that, counsel for the parties, prepare your closing statements. We are not going to take a break. Immediately, the honorable senators are done seeking clarifications, will straight away move to closing statements. Senator Mungatana Damson. We have half an hour.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, just...
We have exactly half an hour to allow clarification from honorable senators, starting now. So we'll stop at 8:40.
Mr. Speaker, a quick clarification from the Honorable Governor. It is normal, Mr. Speaker, that senators and governors, because of the different roles, they have, by nature of their roles, they have differences. And so, the question I wanted to ask the governor to clarify, maybe he can explain to me and the Senate, why single out the senator for Meru, maybe just for playing his role as a senator? Is there a particular reason why he has singled him out, and yet he's just one of the senators? I mean, like all of us, we have issues with our governors. I want that clarification. Is it really true that he is causing a problem in the Meru County, or is it that he's just playing his role, his rightful role? Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Governor.
Thank you, Senator. Thank you, Speaker and honorable senators. In this case, my senator, the Deputy Speaker of this House, I agree that he should do his oversight or any role that is given to him. But for this case, he has gone beyond in disrupting peace in Meru. One of the reasons is this. I wrote to Kadhuri Murungi requesting that the devolution committee come to Meru and try to solve our issues. And in fact, I'm not lying, but telling the truth, he denied me that chance for devolution committee to come to Meru and mend the issues in Meru. Number two, my dear honorable senator for Meru, as an ambition of becoming a governor, which is not wrong. It is right for him to dream to that position. But I believe that you cannot light your candle by putting off other people's candle.
Senator Kajwang.
Mr. Speaker, Linda Gaki Kiome deponds that there was forgery, and in the affidavit that was circulated yesterday. I've looked at the ruling of Justice Nzioka in civil suit number 551 of 2011, and Justice Nzioka ruled that for a signature to be deemed and certified as forged, a document examiner's report must be produced. End of quote. I want to ask the governor, in the case of allegations of forgery, who bears the burden of proof? Number two, a lot of HR issues have been brought up. Could the governor tell the Senate what measures she has undertaken since she took office? Can the governor tell us whether the 500 million expenditure or growth in expenditure in the 2022-2023 financial year that was cited by the Assembly was approved in the budget, and whether the Assembly approved it? And finally, Mr. Speaker, people are dancing on the grave of Sniper And Mr. Speaker, it is unfortunate. Can the governor tell us whether she's a suspect, whether she's been taken to court, whether she's part of those who have been taken to court on suspicion or allegations of killing Sniper? Because we cannot use that innocent boy to settle political scores. And Mr. Speaker, it's unfortunate that all parties are choosing to dance on the grave of Sniper. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Governor?
Thank you, Speaker. For the case of being a suspect, that case, I'm not a suspect. I did not even record a statement with the police. They came, did the investigations, and left. For the issue of 2023 approval, the approval for this year, the Assembly has not approved. We still have issues with the budget. The Waziri for Finance elaborated about the issue we have with the Assembly. And for the document that Leader Kiome said it was forgery, I think the forensic investigation should take course and give us an answer for, because I'm not a forensic investigator. Neither this House, I don't think this House has the powers to know if the document is forged or not, unless we take to the examiner.
Senator Abbas.
Thank you, Honorable Senator. Honorable Senator, I think Her Excellency the Governor has said that the Committee of Revolution tried to intervene the issue between her and the Assembly. That's very true. However, there was no one time, I want to put the record straight, there was no one time the Deputy Speaker of this House said that we cannot go to Meru or have a reconciliation with anybody. We did meet, a team went there, led by the Vice Chair of the Committee of Devolution and Intergovernmental Relations. They met Her Excellency the Governor. They also talked to the Speaker of the Assembly and the Assembly members. However,
Clarification, Senator, because your time is running.
Okay.
And the mic will go off.
I just want to put the record. But we did not succeed because the Assembly that time was going to a retreat. And as I said, that is actually why we could not be able to meet the two of them. However, we tried again, and the Deputy Governor, when we were going there, there was an issue in Meru. We could not go back again. I want to put that record straight, Your Excellency. Your
Senator Omtata.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. A lot turns on this issue because some of us have been wondering why there has been no intervention in these matters of Meru by the Senate before we come to be treated to this theater of the absurd. And I would like confirmation from maybe the Secretariat whether it is true or not that the Meru governor sought the intervention of the committee.
You should seek clarification from the witness, not from the Secretariat.
But they say they wrote to this House. The witness has alleged it. The only person who can defend is the Secretariat.
No, but the Secretariat is not on trial.
It's not, but now...
Senator Omtata, if you don't have any clarification that you're seeking from the governor.
Okay.
Please.
The governor, to whom did you address the letter that sought the intervention of this House in the Committee of Devolution in the affairs of Meru?
Thank you, Speaker. I wrote to the Committee of Devolution, which is led by the chairperson, Senator Abbas, and the senator who has just spoken before Mtata. I've agreed that indeed I tried to call them to Meru so that they can intervene.
Very well. Senator Oroba.
I have two clarifications. You have alleged that one of the interference that you have, the political interference, is by the Deputy Speaker, Senator Kathuri. is this the only person? Because I would like to know if you're saying that this impeachment is being pushed by Senator Kathuri, or who are the other politicians behind it. I would also want to know if in those politicians there is any woman who is also trying to get impeached. My other clarification is the issue of the hospital. The CEC